Hey everybody, this is a pretty different video than what I am going to usually do. This is more of a review of something that I just watched that I really want to get out here. Um and I just wanted to speak on it. I'm gonna be packing up some of my cards, changing the packs to these little black ones that I've been doing. This is my commander deck. It's a proxy of painter deck. A little bit more of a kind of casual list, not very like super competitive, but it is pretty far out there. Um, but I just watched Exandria Unlimited, the last episode, episode 4. If you guys are on it, drop a like on this video. Go over there. I would watch it again, honestly. No. Um, but I mean, drop a subscribe on the channel, their Twitch channel. They are Critical Role. I haven't ever watched them before. This is the first episode I watched, season I watched, Exandria Limited of their kind of content because I first started with High Rollers, the British YouTube D&D stream. They play on a world called Aroas. If you guys want to watch that, go over there, watch that. It's a pretty good one. Um, and once I got to Critical Role, I didn't really like the way that they played their characters. I did watch their animated series, which was really good, but I didn't like how they played the characters at the table. And then I started watching Brennan Lee Mulligan's play, and I think that shifted my liking of D&D a little bit to more, instead of serious, more of this kind of funny little stuff as well at the table. So, and that's what Brendan Lee Mulligan does. He is very good at shifting between funny stuff and like really like connective to the table, and shifting from that to a very emotional and very like sad episode as well. And that's what I kind of like about him. He's very good at shifting between those kind of two different emotions in one scene even. Um and that's what he kind of does in this 4 episode season of Exandria Unlimited Calamity, and it's called Calamity. Um he is able to shift between many different levels of emotion with all the different characters that are playing at the table, and really talk about the world, talk about have these kind of hard emotions of the world, while also having these kind of soft and like very funny emotions as well. Like in this last episode, this is a spoiler thing anyway, guys. This is not gonna be like a I'm not spoiling it. I'm just telling you guys to go watch it. If you haven't watched it, don't watch this video. Cut it out. Wait until Thursday, and you can get my whole review after you watch it. Or they're doing a rerun right now. Go over there, get into it. Um, but even at the beginning of the episode, so they were making a joke about this 1 second thing. Like it hasn't even been 1 second in real time in the thing. And he makes it so emotional. He has everybody like explain how their character looks as they're dying from breaking this tree of names, as they call it, where it writes out the runes that protect the world. And he kind of like explains how these faces look, the emotion on them, what it means, and people and the table people are very good at playing D&D as well. They know how to get that emotion out of them, how to really help them out. Um, and then one of the characters is like, my face starts shifting and everything starts shifting, and then he makes this kind of like crude joke, and in that sense, it changes from this kind of very emotional scene to this kind of very like shifts from emotional to very like funny and kind of slapstick scene as well, and then it goes back to emotional as well when he talks about the devil and and the first night. That's a very emotional scene as well. But I think this episode is a lot more emotional than any other episode that he has done. It's the fourth episode, so it has to be. But I also think that it's not, I don't know if it's improvisation or if he's just like very good at planning. But for example, again, in the last scene, in this kind of like battle between Festive and Chloris and the Ring of Brass, this last scene of them trying to capture the primordials and fly them somewhere else, or banish them into another realm. They have this moment where I think Vespin used Power Word Kill against one of the characters, and they did fail. So like they tried to counter the spell, but they failed at countering it. So that what Brennan Lee Mulligan does, which is different than most other does very well, is then he kind of gives them a chance. And instead of making it as kind of like this kind of powerful force that helps them out, he makes it sound like it was planned from the start. He's very good at that, and every one of his things. No matter like if it's like if the characters do something that he wasn't planning for, he's very good at either getting him on the track that he wants him, or even putting them on a different track that they want to go on, and that he's just able to really meld his campaign into. Not one of the best cards in the deck, but definitely good looking card. But yeah, what else? What else? I kind of just made this video because I really like it. If you guys haven't watched it, again, go over there, give them your support, watch their channel, and if you don't like D&D after this point, I don't know what to tell you, man. That is it. It's just one of the best campaigns, best like seasons of D&D that I've ever watched and that I've ever played in, and I think that's kind of magical. So it comes out on Thursday. If you didn't watch it yesterday and you're not going to watch the rerun that they're doing today, I think it's halfway done, so maybe not watch that. But it's coming out on Thursday, the episode on YouTube and on Twitch on their channel. So that's when you get a chance, and then you come back here and kind of listen to just me talking while I pack up my cards. Um, but yeah, I'm not even gonna edit this video. You're gonna see the kind of full reaction of me. Just talking about this thing. Look at these. Kind of like a black and white card. I like that. And I don't think it's only Brendan Lee Mulligan. Like at this point, I think he's one of my favorite. He is my favorite DMs. He passed. What's his name? Sherlock Holmes. Mark Sherlock Holmes. But I think his players are very good at like bouncing off him in this episode and in his Fantasy High and the Unsleeping City. They're very good at like bouncing off of how he plays it. They make it funny, they make it quirky, and they make it like really cool as well. They make it really interesting. Um, but yeah, and even this one, they're able to really bounce off of what he's planning, and they're able to really play the emotions of their characters really well, that helps the people that are watching it, like us, the audience, really feel every single moment of this episode, and feel every moment of this special. Person from Rockford just keeps calling me. Maybe he's getting that call. Yeah. But like, okay, I can't really explain it, but I was last night. I watched it because mine goes on at 9 o'clock at night, and I watched it until 3 in the morning. I just couldn't turn it off. Couldn't go to sleep. I just kept watching until it finished, and then I went straight to sleep. But while I was watching, I couldn't turn it off. Each moment was just like cliffhanger after cliffhanger, and it was just like it was it was just so beautiful. Cliffhanger after cliffhanger, emotion after emotion, and just like straight on craziness. And that last scene of them like fighting Bespin Cloris and the taxman, they everyone okay. Spoiler alert. It's called the Calamity. Most of them, if not all of them, don't make it out alive. Um, and I think people knew that when they started the thing. It's called the Calamity. Even though you feel all these emotions from these people and how they work together, most of them aren't going to be able to make it out alive. That's pretty obvious. Um, and at the end part, they don't. But still, even at the moment when you're like, yeah, they're not going to be able to make it out, you feel like you want them to. You never feel like you don't want them to. And I think that's actually pretty special as well, in the sense of like, even though these characters are literally the reason that this calamity happened, they're the reason that the King of the Hells is back on Exandria, and then they're the reason that all this stuff was caused. You, as an audience, do not really blame them, or in the sense of like, you don't really see them as bad people. They're not the enemies here, or there's a lot more black and white. There's not black and white. There's a lot more gray area in this thing. Like he says at the end, um, are you the heroes of Exandria, or are you the villains? I think he says, in the age of Arcanum, who is to say, or something like that. And I think that's the total point of this whole season, or this whole kind of Exandria Unlimited Calamity thing. These guys cause it. There's no question about that. They cause the calamity, but um, they break the tree of names. But in that causing of the calamity, they also save the world from the most damage that the calamity could have done. So in that sense, is it their fault, or well, it is their fault, but should they be cast out, and should they be um looked on as the enemies of Exandria because of that? And this thing shows like, no, they shouldn't be looked at as the enemies, or the the bad of the Exandria. It should be seen as the heroes, but also the villains, and that's what's so special about it. I have to actually go soon. Yeah, so this was just like a relaxing video. I'll finish up this one. This is Commander deck, so it's gonna be taking a lot more time. We'll cut this into two parts. This was just like me talking about the uh about a row. Sorry, not about my wanting to play D&D, and how I got into it, which is from Aroas and the High Rollers, but how I really now got like reinvigorated by the Exandria Unlimited, and how I kind of want to really level up my campaign. Not because I'm probably not going to be able to get to the level of Brennan Lee Mulligan anytime soon. That's going to be very difficult, if not impossible for me. But get to the point where I'm like, I can actually feel that I'm giving the emotions that the players want and turning into someone that I actually enjoy as well. Making a game that I actually enjoy. Kind of reinvigorate me in that sense. Yeah, this was just my talking, guys. Nothing really much to say. I guess I hope you guys enjoyed my speaking on this thing on Exandria Unlimited. Calamity. If you guys haven't watched it, wait till Thursday. Do a whole binge watch. I think they're each 4 hours. If you put those into two times, you can put them down to 2 hours and watch that in like a day. But yeah. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the background, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you did, like the video, and yeah, see you guys.